The Akron Beacon Journal a few days ago wrote an extraordinary editorial about Ralph Regula, and the last paragraph sums Congressman Regula up best. What would benefit Congress and the country today are more lawmakers like Ralph Regula, devoted to their districts without losing sight of the larger picture. He wasn't just superb at legislating, he delivered what governing requires. I couldn't say it any better. We in Ohio lost a truly wonderful person, a great American, and Ohio's lost 3 of them in the last year that I served with here in the United States Congress, who made this body a better place, who made this country a better place. Nearly a year ago, Steve LaTourette from Northeastern Ohio. Earlier this year, Mike Oxley, and now Ralph Regula. Ralph Regula was a dean of the delegation even before I got here, and he was a dean of the delegation when I came here in 2001. And one of the great things that Ralph Regula did on our side of the aisle, when we were in the minority and then when we were in the majority, is he strategically placed members of our team from Ohio throughout all the committees. So you had people on the Appropriations Committee, you had people on the Ways and Means Committee, on the Energy and Commerce Committee, on the Armed Service Committee. Ralph was so thoughtful that way, trying to that we represented our state in all sorts of ways. And I got to know Ralph mostly sitting in that corner with Dave Hobson, Ralph Regula, Steve LaTourette. And the dean of the delegation didn't speak loudly, often spoke softly, but his words were meaningful and usually right. He was a thoughtful guy who cared about our state, who cared about our country, and taught so many of us how to legislate, not just on the Appropriations Committee, but actually how to get things done. And I have fond memories of the lessons that he gave us on an ongoing basis. I only got to serve with Ralph for 8 years. There's others in the room who got to serve with him a lot longer. But it's safe to say what the Akron Beacon Journal said is right. He knew how to get things done, and he did it in a bipartisan way, and he did it with his constituents in mind, and he did it because it was the right thing to do. There's a long list of things that he accomplished, that he got done. He didn't brag about it. He just did it in his soft-spoken, nice, gentlemanly way. The gentleman from the VAR contributed and gave more than he ever got. His former staff knows it. Former members on both sides know it. And he will always be remembered for that great spirit that he had around this place. A true gentleman describes the gentleman from the VAR. It was an honor and a privilege